One of the things that I'm really fascinated by is you've shared your own religious journey. You know, when you first appeared on Conan, which was a really beautiful moment, you have this great joke about you've never eaten bacon, but you've tried cocaine. I remember in that opening moment, somebody in the crowd, I think, screams out in Israeli, like, Yasher Koach or Chas v'shalom.
No, they scream Kol HaKavod.
Kol HaKavod in that moment. And you kind of talk about the own vicissitudes of your religious journey. And I'm curious if you could share a little bit about how your comedic journey, if at all, is intertwined or correlated with your own religious identity.
I think it's heavily correlated in terms of craft, which is that the viewpoint is Talmudic. I think the strength is that it considers things from places that are not binary. And when my work is good, it does that well. When my work is at its most simple, it doesn't. But I think understanding the dark irony of things and understanding the and sort of understanding the perspectives of multivalence perspective can kind of help. And I think it's been really positive, and or I've had it I've experienced it as a really positive experience. And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy like what I mean by enjoying it is like I get a lot by translating my upbringing and my viewpoint that comes from that upbringing into my craft. So that's a bit of a self-serious answer, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
And I love your self-seriousness. It really is profound because you do have like a deeply philosophical take in your humor from the very beginning. I'm curious, you grew up in a deeply belly of the beast, modern Orthodox home. You give Rabbi Soloveitchik a shout out in your latest acclaimed special, Just for Us, which I think is going on a second tour. And I'm curious, you took a very unconventional path after, a belly of the beast, modern Orthodox upbringing, Brookline. I think you're a Maimonides graduate, if I have my facts straight, which I could be getting that wrong. I'm curious if the rupture from the typical path of, someone who was raised in this like Brookline, Boston, modern Orthodox home, what do you attribute the fact that you took such an unconventional journey in developing? You didn't become a doctor or a lawyer like so many of us.
Yeah, but I don't think that, with all due respect, I don't think that there was ever, those doors. I don't think modern Orthodox people know that those doors are open to them, but those doors were never closed to me. My parents always encouraged me to do something that I could, that would give me a parnassa, but also that would, like let me pursue what I wanted to. And also my mom once said to me, this is one time, but it was illuminating. She went, don't be trapped behind a desk.
Wow.
Or find a job where you're not trapped behind a desk. Like, it's just I think there's this conception of modern Orthodox people as these there's one question that I get that's the stupidest question in the world. And I tend to think that there are very few stupid questions. But the stupidest question is when your parents are okay with this. And it's usually from Jews. And it's astounding. And I just think your poor kids. Your poor kids that, you want, or people say that, but they don't, if you're a modern Orthodox parent listening to this, please don't try to make your kid to some professional drone. Please don't try to make, your kids have the seichel to make a beautiful living in a way that doesn't require, all this postgraduate work. And especially if they don't want to do it.